Hey there! Welcome to the Flute 360 podcast. I'm Dr. Heidi K. Begay, and I'm a flutist, educator, coach, and podcaster. My God-given mission is to serve you. I am passionate about guiding you, the modern-day flutist, to discover your unique voice on and off the stage. The goal of this podcast is to help you thrive, both as an artist and as a musicpreneur. Go ahead and grab some espresso, your favorite notepad, and let's get to it. Today's episode 272 is titled, A Holiday Rewind. What do you need to unpack? Hey there, 360er. Ever feel like your burning passion for the flute is drowned out by self-doubt and those pesky nerves? It's time to break free from that dissonance and unlock the beautiful music within you. Picture this, a space where your flute narrative takes flight, unburdened by self-critique. You're not just a flutist, you're a storyteller, a 360er. Join me for the 5-day Flute 360 challenge from December 4th through 8th, 2023. Let's confront those inner doubts, celebrate our unique musicianship, and nurture our flute stories together. It's more than just notes on a page. It's about amplifying your musical narrative. Imagine expressing yourself freely on stage, shining brighter in your career, and feeling absolute confidence in every musical endeavor. The doors to networking opportunities, auditions, and conversations with prospective students will swing wide open. Ready to step out of that jammed practice room and into a transformative space where your music and story flourish? Click the link in the show notes or visit www.flute360.com/challenge. I can't wait to share in this incredible journey with you. Hey friend, it's Heidi, and today's episode is going to be a solo one. I am so excited because you don't know how much I love to sit down and just unwind and unpack things with you. I feel like even though we are probably halfway across the world from each other or in different parts of the country, I feel like I get to sit down next to a friend on a comfy couch and have some tea as we kind of go through life together. So thank you for being in this space with me. Thank you for being in this community with me. I adore you, and I really appreciate you tuning in every week. If you are a 360 listener and we have not yet met, feel free to go to my Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter accounts and check out my handle, which is at Heidi K. Begay. Start up a dialogue with me, and I would love to get to know you that much better. So today's episode is going to be a story. Are you ready for story time? Because I am. Eric and I, as you know, we moved into our new home, first purchased home ever in the 14 years that we've been married, and we just bought it at the end of December of 2021. Well, 7 years prior, we started my doctoral program at Texas Tech University in 2015. So you're thinking probably, okay, Heidi, what's the connection? Why are you taking me back 7 years? Well, apparently from 2015 into 2022, I had this fantastic idea, and I'm being sarcastic right now. I had this fantastic idea to lug around a hall tree for 7 years. So in 2015, when I started my doctoral program at Texas Tech, my mom was thrilled for us. She was so happy that I was going to embark in a new journey on a new path for my life. And as her welcome gift to our new apartment in Lubbock, she purchased a hall tree for us. Now, the apartment that we had in Lubbock was gorgeous, very beautiful, but there was absolutely no space within the foyer or the opening area from the door into the apartment for a hall tree. None, because it went straight into a staircase. So we kept it in the garage, packed and unopened. Then, after the 3-year program, we moved to Keller, Texas, which is 5 hours, 6 hours east of Lubbock. Unpacked everything, same predicament. The apartment had no foyer, no opening area where this hall tree could be placed. So yet again, we kept it packaged up in the original box from Pier 1, and we kept it in storage. And fast forward through the whole European travels and everything, what did we do? We put all of our belongings into a storage unit. We paid for it for a couple of years. Even when we came back, when the pandemic started, all of our belongings stayed in that storage bin from about 2019 into 2021 until we moved into our new home in Forney. Yet again, that hall tree was beautifully still packaged in the original box because there was not a place for it. So why do I tell you all of this? So we moved to Forney, and 7 months after we moved into our home, I'm still decorating, y'all. Like literally, I'm still unpacking things. And it's been a whirlwind. And it's probably been one of the hardest moves that I've ever endured because we are juggling 2 businesses right now. Between JK Media and Flute 360, there's just not enough time. And so we're giving ourselves grace and permission to decorate and unpack at our own pace. So here we are, 7 months post moving into the new home, and we are still unpacking. And we went to the garage to kind of tidy up a little bit, and there was the inevitable box. Eric and I were looking at it, staring at it. It was in the corner of the garage, and he goes, we're going to have to figure out what to do with this hall tree. And I'm like, yep, all right, now's the time. We carved out some time to actually figure out what to do. Now, you're probably thinking, what's the big deal? Just unpack the dang thing. And the funny thing is, I think I told myself a lie for a very long time. And there's a point and a moral to this entire story, and I'm going to get there in just a hot second. The lie that I was telling myself was the hall tree must be massive and bulky and intrusive because the box was huge. Now, I don't know how I came to this conclusion. I never read the black text on the side of the box that gave me, the width, height, and depth of the hall tree. Never occurred for me to check it out online. Never occurred for me to look at, these logical, factual elements that could really play a part in how I approached the hall tree. No, I just saw this bulky box and I just assumed, now assumption can be very dangerous, I just assumed that it was going to be intrusive in my hall, in my new home, and I didn't want that. So I avoided the problem. I kept it in the garage. I was lugging it around from apartment to apartment because I didn't, quote, have space for this thing. And Eric lovingly just said, all right, logically, he said, let's just look at it. Let's take it out of the box. Doink, right? And so I said, all right. So we unpacked it, put it together. Didn't take that long. Come to find out, it's gorgeous. It is so chic and elegant, and it actually fits the space of our foyer beautifully. Like it fits like a glove. It's perfecto. And I took a step back and I realized how silly that was. For so many years, I told myself a lie, and how that's relatable to what we do in our own lives when it comes to our playing, what we have to offer this world, our careers, and so much more. And it's unfortunate, right? Because here I'm telling myself, It's going to be intrusive. It's going to be bulky. You're not going to want to come through the front door and hit it, as you're trying to juggle with groceries or you're shopping for the day. Don't put it out. And the sad thing is, I missed out on a beautiful piece of furniture for many years because I didn't want to unpack the box because I told myself a lie. And, there's a lot of layers to this onion. There's a lot of lessons that we can take out from this hall tree example. One lesson that I really took from this example is it was easier to unpack the hall tree with a partner. It was easy for my husband to say, all right, let's be logical here. We don't know what we don't know. Let's look at the dang thing and then go from there. Sometimes when we are in a lot of hurt, right, and a lot of pain, and we're carrying extra weight around that's not necessary, completely unnecessary, we don't even want to look at the facts. Sometimes it takes somebody to wrap their arms around us and say, let's do this together. And I think that's a really beautiful lesson. And it was a great reminder for me. And another layer to this that I kind of peeled back looking at the story is that sometimes if we're not careful, our minds can deceive us, right? I told myself a lie. And my encouragement to you is maybe look at the facts, right? Look at the measurements, look at the height, the width, the depth of the hall tree, and then come to a logical conclusion. So my question for you, and this is coming from a very loving space, a non-judgmental space. Well, I can't judge anyone because shoot, I just lugged around a hall tree for 7 years and it wasn't necessary. But from this loving space, my question for you is, what do you need to unpack that you've been carrying around for 7 years? What lies are you unfortunately telling yourself? And I give you permission, not that you need permission from me, but give yourself permission to unload it, to unload that weight that you're just carrying around that's unnecessary. So if you know that you are carrying around unnecessary weight when it comes to the lies that you are telling yourself in regards to your career, whether it's fears that you have, around possibly imposter syndrome or not having enough time to pursue a project that you really want to put out into the world. Whatever weight you're carrying around, I encourage you to let it go. And if it's too much of a burden, perhaps you need a partner to help unload the weight with you. I would love to be that partner. If you need a friend, a mentor, or a coach to put together your haul tree, I'm here for you. So reach out. My email address is heidikbegay@gmail.com. That's HEIDIKAYBEGAY@gmail.com. Or go to my website at heidikbegay.com. See you soon. Founded in Dallas, Texas in 1996, the Carolyn Nussbaum Music Company is renowned for its international service for flutists of all levels. The Carolyn Nussbaum Music Company is your premier resource for everything flute. Their selection of flutes, piccolos, low flutes, and head joints from dozens of makers is truly remarkable. Also, their offerings of sheet music, instrumental accessories, teaching and health resources are unmatched. Their in-house staff offers an unparalleled level of expert knowledge and personal service with an in-house repair staff certified in all major brands. Follow the Carolyn Nussbaum Music Company through Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter to be updated with the latest news. Check out their website at fluteforyou.com. The Carolyn Nussbaum Music Company is truly your one-stop flute shop. Let's talk about flute.